Okay, in the greenhouse, I'm still working on the heater down there, which is why the wheelbarrow's in here. It's got some dirt in it. I need to go ahead and get finished spreading things out. Uh, might be making some changes to the heater. I'm not sure yet. But anyway, the stuff in here is doing the same thing. I mean, the mint is taking off. It's loving the conditions it's planted in. The mustard greens, the same thing. Some of the younger leaves are dying away, but new growth is coming in on all the plants, so they're going to be fine. Uh, Same thing's going on with some of the kale in here is not doing all that great. I think it might be because I don't really know. It's probably just the change because these lower leaves are dying here and falling away, but then it's got nice, new, bright, vibrant growth coming in on all the plants. So whether it's just a soil transition or the difference in climates because I moved this to indoors, I don't know. But the same thing's happening with a lot of the varieties. The collards that are inside are doing really well. They're not discolored as much as some of the stuff outside. Um, some of the leaves were already discolored when I planted this stuff because it was kind of crowded. It was root bound in the little starting trays when I bought it. So, but the collards are doing great. They're growing. I had 3 buckets of potatoes still that had come back up, so I moved them into the greenhouse. So hopefully they'll keep going and keep producing. So then I've got here is cauliflower, which is doing fairly well. Even the one that was all misshapen and discolored, some of the discolored older leaves are dying back, and there's new growth coming up that looks a lot better. So hopefully it will be okay. The broccoli that's planted in here in the soil is doing fairly well. The rabbit had eaten most of that potato plant away, so I'm just hoping it'll make a comeback. This one's doing good, and that one's doing good. So then the cabbage that I planted in the ground is doing the same thing. A little bit of discoloration on the lower leaves, but the new growth is looking good, and it's coming in just fine. The bell pepper seedlings are continuing. I had another seed come up here. I put another seed out here somewhere, so I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they'll produce, but it looks like they might continue to grow as long as they're inside the greenhouse. The onions are progressing pretty nicely over here. I've got some green onions starting to come up where I'd scattered some seeds out over here. Unfortunately, while I was working on the heating system, I stepped on it up in here, but there's still onions coming up down there. So hopefully they'll keep coming up. I need to water this stuff too, but I got green onions coming up all over in there. I noticed some of the red onion seedlings, like here, beginning to come up. So, and then the red onions that I had from the bed, external bed that I pulled up and moved in here. So hopefully the onions will start doing something as well. So everything seems to be doing okay with that system, with the in-ground stuff inside. Of course, it needs to be watered today, so let me turn the watering on while I'm here.